You see what's happening. It is Wednesday, January 14th, and we're talking three sports again today. We got our NHL, NBA, college hoops, big slate in college hoops, very large slate. Only 4 games happening at NHL that you see. NBA's got a decent slate when it comes to about 7 games. And then college hoops has a very, very, very large slate. What is it, 61 games. So that's a lot of games. So we're going to roll through everything that we can. Yesterday, let's have a chat about it, shall we? Because we don't run from it around here. We need because we know what's going to happen and we expect it. But damn, it hit hard yesterday. Those are the plays from yesterday. This is how it went. I watched the Tampa Lightning last night. I was watching the game on TV. Amazing game, window shootout, awesome stuff. You should be watching it too. But I'm on my phone checking have the app going, checking, making sure all the bets are going good. It's a bunch of green for a while. They're projected green. You know how that works. Like, there are a bunch of green ones. And I'm just watching. I'm like, cool, put my phone down. Oh, we're in overtime. Great. Oh, we're in shootout. Great. And all of a sudden, shootout, Tampa wins, celebration. Yeah. Gotta go to bed. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna get all comfy and get snuggly. And I open my phone up, and all of a sudden, I'm like, bruh, that was a large red number. Like, what happened? Who stole my money? Someone took all my money yesterday. So we can't be having that again. So it's a new day. We'll see what happens today. So those are the plays. We move on. So we're going to do NHL first. We have only 4 games. So let's go ahead and get to the first game right now. All right, first game on this slate is going to be Seattle and New Jersey. Let me go ahead and make sure I got everything pulled up right. So yeah, good stuff. So looks like we got New Jersey as a 133 favorite with a 5.5. We go to our spreadsheet. We do the same thing we do every day. We don't change how we do things because we have a red day. That would be silly to do. We have plenty of green days. You're going to have some red days. That's just the nature of betting. If you think you're going to be green every single day, you in the wrong business, baby. So you need to go find something else to do. Go try the stock market. You're going to be red there too. There's going to be up and downs. So today, you see this. We look at the numbers. We follow what makes common sense. Sometimes common sense ain't common and this shit doesn't happen. So 5v28, Seattle. 29v8, Seattle. 28v8, that's New Jersey, so no shots on goal. New Jersey shots on goal, yes. Seattle points, Seattle money line. Seattle's plus 131. Great. Let's go look at some goalies, shall we? I might take Seattle money line. Just do that. Do that for sure. So let's open up Joey and Markstrom. So we opened up these two. What the hell's this? It broke. It did. Fine, we'll just do it the normal way. We'll just click on his face so it pops up. I was trying to be a little different, but no. 3-4-3-2-2. You see what he's been last 2 games. We come over to Mr. Jacob, and we can see what he's been up to. 2-9-1-3-2. So he bounced back after his atrocious game here. So negative 18 fantasy points is so bad. So bad. So let's go over to props. Take a look. This is Outlier. Link in the pinned comment. Click it. Sign. Get you a free week. You know this. I just realized. Let me see what we got up here. I need to take come off. Let me get rid of some of these nonsense ones. I'm not doing flip. So I'm gonna take that off. We're not gonna do underdog or prize picks and sleeper. Those are the ones. Those are the DFS ones you got to put at least 2 in, a 2-man. I don't like doing that. You can do it if you want to, but I'm gonna stick with like the normal books because the ones I use are Hard Rock, Novig, and Profit. I'll even leave Call Sheet on there. I'll leave it on there. That's a new one. It's a little, but hey, it's there. So there we go. So now we have everything looking good. Let's go and get to the first game, which is this one. And let's see what we have prop-wise. We're looking for Seattle points, assists, goals, and New Jersey shots on goal. So New Jersey shots on goal. We have any? We have Arseny. Okay. That's the only one we have, period. And what else we have? We don't want shots on goal for Seattle. We want points, which is giving me McCann. That's not bad for McCann points. Matty points. Not bad for Matty points. Blocks, Jordan points. So we got 3 potential Seattle points and a shot on goal. So 2-4 and a 1-5 at 175. Hell no, not a chance. McCann points 122. Not bad. We'll see last 10. We zoom out. We want to see what they've been up to. Last 20. Yeah, McCann's pretty good at getting some points. And apparently Jersey's pretty good at giving up some points. So I'm down for taking a risk on that. Sure thing, boss. I'm here. So 124 for a point. Now, all these goals or these assists is a nice mix. So he's going to be a 124 play for me. So, okay. What about Matty? Matty's been pretty good. Matty's been pretty good. Matty's been pretty good. So minus 109. Is it all assists? Is it goals? It's another nice mix. So again, we have a 109. Welcome to the team. And then we have Jordan points. Is it assists? Is it goals? Again, it's a nice mix. They got 3 dudes, and the mix is perfect for all 3. So I didn't want to do this much on the first. There's only 4 games. You know what? YOLO. Hashtag YOLO. Haven't heard that in a minute. So we're going to Seattle money line. We're going to roll the dice. We're going to go C money line for plus 131. We can get that over there because remember it's here. See, oop, and that's over on Novig. Beautiful stuff. I can do that. So let's go back over here to our prop and see. We're going to add all 3. I don't care. EBERLE over 0.5 points. And that's going to be for, which one was this for? This is for a 105. I'm down for that. Minus 105. We're going to grab Maddie, which is going to be BENIERS over 0.5 points or minus 109 because that's no big. I can use that one. Beautiful stuff. Best line. Good stuff. And then lastly, we got McCann over 0.5 points or minus 124 is the best I can get for this one. Even though it says 122, I can't use that because I have to use Novik. So can't use FanDuel. Sad. So I'm taking 4 plays in the first one. That's how we're jumping back into it. Let's move to the second game. All right, game 2 is Philadelphia and Buffalo. We can see it is currently Buffalo 127 with a 6.5. We go to our sheets. We look at the numbers, and offense in both games is reigning supreme. That's a push, but that's definitely Buffalo offense. And then Philadelphia shots on goal. Those are the main ones. So, but we can look and see everything because I'm going to start looking at every single prop before I hit record and actually see what we're going to do. That way we can speed this up a little bit. So we'll come over here to our goalies and we can see Daniel's been pretty average. We can see he's at a 4.22223 and then UPL's going out there with a 3.3411. You can see those numbers. Let's bounce up to the props and show you what we got cooking over here. And guess what? We have a lot of props here. Game. So I've already went through every single one. I pulled out the highlighted one. So UPL has a save prop. Oh my God. And you can see what he's been doing the last few games. He's at 29.4. So his line's at 22. So the way we do saves around here, I'm 2-0 on the year. I'm perfect on saves this year. I've only bet 2 this year. So this is the way I've been doing it. So I look at the numbers to see how many shots on goal they take. So Philly takes 26.4. They take about 26 shots on goal. You can see that it doesn't change. This is what it is. It's pretty simple for them. Okay, well, UPL is going to take his number is 22.5, but we know from his game log he's been giving up around 3-ish goals. So if we do take this, that gives us like a 1, maybe 2 shot on goal wiggle room. That's not much. So, and the last time he faced them was last year. They were at 25. So there's not much cushion there like the other 2 games we bet this year. So this one, I see he's more down here. I'm going to personally leave it alone. But here, let me show it to you so you can have it. If you want to take it, be my guest, but I'm passing on it. So also, we have Josh Norris for points. Looks pretty good last 10 for points. It's minus 125, not bad, but I got 3 that are better. I got 3 better, so I'm going to leave him off. McLeod, points. You see what he's been up to. Very consistent. 8 of 10. 1 at a double dip. Plus 107. Pretty good stuff. Byram. We took him before. Plus 119. 1.2 average in the last 10. Lots of volume. Only missed 2 out of 10. Beautiful stuff. We're going to take that. Remember, we're looking at Buffalo versus Philly's defense. 3.6 goals given up in the last 5 games on average. And lastly, the one that is going to be fun is a Jack Quinn shots on goal prop that I've already bumped up to 2.5 for plus 195. But I can get for 165 because I'm in Florida. I'm stuck. So, but you could get 195, and you can see 4-4-3-3-2. He's hit this 4 out of 5. You go last 10. He's ramping upward. I like the upward trajectory. With it being such a high number, I'll risk it for shots on goal. So I'm going to take 3 in this one. So we're doing a Chili's triple dipper. Yes, we ain't shy. So it's going to be Quinn over 2.5 shots on goal for plus 165 for me. Get rid of that one. It's going to be Byram over 0.5. Just points. Just simple points for plus 119 for that's Novik. Yep. And then lastly, we have ye old McLeod over 0.5 points as well for plus 107 on Novik. So 3 plays next. Our game 3 is Ottawa and the Rangers is currently basically pick them slightly to Ottawa with a 6.5. We go to the sheets. We look in both offense and defense. Not good. They all cancel out. Shot, if you want a clear advantage, Ottawa shots on goal is there for you. We come over to the goalies and we can see James Rema is expected. Welcome to the season, buddy. You're a little late, but hey, guess what? First game, we might fade you. Then we got quick confirmed, which is nice. And we see he is at 3.6435. So I can't really trust anything in this one. Over is currently sitting at plus 117 at 6.5. Might take that. Let's go look at our props. I went through a bunch of them. So I went through all these props here that are green to see. The only ones that really stood out, Sanderson points. You see he had a nice 6 streak right here in the last 10, but he missed his last one. If you want to take that, it's 114. I don't particularly like that one. I don't know why. I'm not feeling it. So it's not like it's all assist mainly, but still, just not vibing with that one. Just I don't know why. And then if you want to take points against the new guy, James in net for Ottawa, Mika is at minus 190. That's pretty damn high, but you can see we might be able to bump that to 2 points and see if we can chase. I can't chase it. Damn, that's a shame. You could chase plus 240 if you want, but I can't. Maybe if you just go, that's what's points. How about assists? If you go assists plus 105, I might take the assist prop because I think there's going to be a good bit of goals. I kind of almost want to take New York. And then over here for Panarin, minus 130 is what you can grab here for an assist. He's been pretty consistent at that. So I think I'm going to do both. Like we're going to have one slight plus and then a 130, which isn't the best, but I'm going to take it. Over 0.5 assist for Panarin. Let's see. That's going to be, it's 130. Oof, pricey, but hey, sometimes you got to pay for it. I like that. It looks good. So it's worth the risk, I think. You can do what you want. That's what I think. So ZIB ANEJAD over 0.5 assists for plus 104. I'm okay with 104. So it gives me 2 plays in that one. Let's move to the last game. All right, last game is Vegas and the Kings. We see currently it is Vegas slight favorite. I may say pick them again with a 5.5. Show the sheet. There are the numbers. Offense for Vegas is clearly standing out. Points versus LA's defense. Their defense versus LA's pretty good too. Shots on goal, defense. So we don't want shots on goal anyway. There's no advantages there. So let's look at some goalies. Schmid's expected. Let's see what's up with Schmid. And we see 2-2-3-4-0. Okay, not bad. And we go Darcy over on the other side, who is currently sitting at 2-5-4-2-4-4. Up and down. There you go. So I went through all of the props on this game, all the green ones to see, open all of them up, just to see if anything that stands out that might look good, but maybe doesn't have a best matchup, So currently we got Corey Perry points is plus 128. He's at points in 7 of 10. One game he had 3 points. Do we see it's all assists? No, it's a nice mix. You can tell points. Yeah, so we leave it on points. Plus 128, you could take that. I don't want to take any points for LA against Vegas, so I'm going to take that one off. Okay. Byfield, same situation, same story. You can see 0.8. Don't want to take that against LA. Theodore, I do want to take points for Vegas against LA, though. So Theodore is currently at half a point or just 1 point for plus 116. He's at points in 7 of the last 8, which is beautiful. We can see his majority is a mix, so goals and assists. So I will probably take that one. Stone finally had a game where he didn't get a goal. He finally broke his 7-game streak of scoring a goal, which is ridiculous to begin with. But hey, you do you. So if you want to take him today for it, I highlighted this one because 210 if you want to. He's 8 of 10. So last 20, you can see what he's been up to. If you want to take it, cool. His points are outrageous. They're 245, but you can see. Yeah, if you want to take that, be my guest. I'm a pass. Lastly, it's going to be Brant Clark for blocks. I just put it on here because it's random. It's so random. It's overpriced, but maybe you look for like a small parlay piece. That might be something you want to do. 2-6 on a 1-5. Only thing I'm taking is going to be Theodore for me personally. So Theodore over 0.5 points for plus 116. So those are my NHL plays. That's what I'm taking. We went through all the games. We'll move on to the next sport. All right, moving on to NBA now. We'll do college last because there's so many games. So there's only 7 games NBA. Let's get to it. First one is going to be the Toronto-Indiana game. Currently, it is Toronto by 2.5. 223.5s are total. Cool. We pop over to the spreadsheets. We look at the numbers. We can see 6-4, 3-7, blah, blah, blah. Cool, whatever. You can see what they have their advantages at. Indiana's focusing more on the threes. Toronto's focusing more inside. So we come over to ye who all be playing in the game, and you can see quickly is banged up. You got your other people there. We got Murray Bowles. We see that. Good stuff. So Jakob's still out with his injury. So was RJ. So yeah, they're banged up pretty good over here. Indiana side, you got Obi's still out with surgery. Benedict's out with a sprain. Hallie's still obviously still out. So they're your people. So to the props. Now, this is Outlier. Link in the pinned comment. You know this already because I say it every time we go to a new sport. So free week, go get it. Based on all this, I went through it. This is just a normal list. I pulled up Andrew and Colin here. I looked at both of them and I concluded that I like both. So do with that what you will. So Andrew, I'm taking points assists. Why am I taking points assists? Let me show you. Because they are focusing very hot from 3 and they number 1 in assists. So, and they have him listed as the point right now. So, yeah, I'll take the point guard, new points assist, sure. And then if I come back over to props, take a look at Colin. Well, it says here, Yaka's been clear for contact, but they're not ready to give him the green light. So, rookie first round of Colin he started 6 contests, and look what he's done his last 5. He's balled out pretty well, except against Boston. So, I'll take a chance on 4 out of 5 where he does, and he looks like he does a good bit. He gets rebounds, he can get a bunch of them, he distributes the rock a good bit, he can score. Yeah, Jay Huff ain't playing that kind of defense. I ain't worried about that. So, yeah, based on that, I'm going to take him for PRA 21.5 over here. So those are the 2 plays I'm going with. We're moving on next. All right, game 2 is Cleveland and Philadelphia, and I got issues with this one. I got some problems with this one. So you can see currently it is Philly by 1.5, 236.5. Cool, whatever. Issue is both teams are really good offensively, except Cleveland is struggling so much on defense. They just can't stop anything. And then Philly's really, really good on defense. They're both top 7 in pace, which you think, oh, just take the over, right? That sounds like it might be the thing. It's 236. They're combining for 239 and giving up 232. So we're in the middle of that range. We don't want to take an over or an under because what the hell's going to happen? You think, okay, well, Philly's good at both. Just say Philly. You would think that, you sweet summer child. I think you would, except half their team's banged up. VJ's banged up, Paulie Podcast is banged up, and OMB's always banged up. So, and Cleveland's looking pretty nice and healthy over here. So, and on the Philly side, you see left groin, left knee, left knee. So it's not like they got illnesses or rest. It's like, no, they got injuries. So I don't want to take a team where 3 of their starters are banged up. Sorry. And then on the props, well, you start up here, you got Sam Merrill, and then everything's injuries. No, fam, I ain't doing that. Here's the rest. I'll stop right there so you can pause it, take a look. I'm passing in this game. Next. Our next game is going to be Utah and Chicago. Currently, we got the Bulls at 3.5 at home. That's it. Interesting. 241 is our total. That's a high total. Let's go look at our numbers and we see why. Nothing is truly standing out. Everything is like 15, 10, 28, 20. Sure. You see all the numbers there. Fundamentals are all pretty good at that. Fast for Utah. They like to score defense and give up points. Simple stuff. Chicago doesn't score much. Usual stuff. Indeed, both 4 and 6 last 10. Don't really want to take a side or a total. We go to our lineups, take a look at who we got. Laurie's questionable because apparently he is now illness. Right there, questionable with illness about an hour ago. So we have a fresh update, which means even if he does play, he's not going to be 100%. He's going to be ill. So I'm looking at a certain somebody to potentially step up. We'll see. And then on the other side, if you're not in, or if you're just not 100% because you're sick, it's the point you have a designation now. I mean, you're not going to be as effective at getting rebounds, are you? So I'm looking at a certain somebody else to be stepping up as well. So, and then I just don't, yeah. So I don't think Nurkic can get 25 rebounds. I mean, I guess he probably could, but I mean, I could see you doing that. And then also, there's one more person I want to look at. I actually just thought about this. Let me go over to Mr. Nurkic. I didn't think about this. And let me go look at his points, rebounds too, just to get an idea what you're currently sitting at. We're going to do this. Yeah, so let me show you the thing. So let's go to props. There's a bunch of props in this one we could potentially take. We go props. We can see the numbers and everything. Cool. You see all the stuff. Lots of green, lots of potential here. I'll go slow so you can see we're not looking at Laurie because he's sick. We're not going to mess with that because he might not play. So don't want to have a void out there. So you have all these. Yeah, if Laurie doesn't play, high chance he's going to have to get all the scoring, which we know he can do it. I don't know who else is going to do it besides him. So I like his points assists. Matas wasn't a bad choice. You see what he's been up to lately. He's at 24, 25. You see what he's been doing. He could do stuff there. I'm going to leave him off. Vucevic was an option. I even typed it up. I thought about it. I'm still thinking about it. But the more I think about it, the more I like Nurkic all of a sudden, especially at 34, 8 on a 25, and it's just point PRA. He gets a handful of assists that makes sense. If Laurie doesn't play, beautiful. This man could grab 20 rebounds. Maybe he might grab all 25. So I'm taking George and Nurkic. I'm going both. Nurkic. I'm going both over 28.5 PRA. I'm going both of them. This one's going to be 120, a little pricey. So give me both Utah players, but I don't want them to cover or win. I just want the 2 props next. All right, next is Brooklyn, New Orleans, and currently it is, where is it? It's right there. It is 117 Brooklyn with a 228.5. It goes sheets. Look at the numbers. Defense is not a thing in this game. Neither team wants to play defense. Clearly, you can see both are giving up high percents on both 2s and 3s and rating points to paint their, so points should be a thing. We're looking at, I got 2 props. I'm taking 2 props in this one. Do not care. So player props. Nope. Lineups. Who lineups first? You can see who's playing for Brooklyn side in their injuries. We go to the New Orleans. Herb's supposed to play. We'll see. Herb's questionable, ankle sprain, 11 hours ago. We'll see if he plays. So, props. There's a lot of them, so you can see who's on here. Some of the names you recognize, obviously. So, I pulled the top two ones. So, Trey, obviously been balling out PRA wise. You see last 10 games, he's just last five, he's been on fire, really. So he's going against New Orleans, who has zero. I'm not New Orleans, but Brooklyn with zero defense, 27 from three, 23 from two. Yeah, I'll take a flyer on Trey Murphy to hit a 30.5 PRA for us. And then I'm also going to take Mr. Take All the Shots himself, Mr. Porter Jr. Last 20, you see what he's up to. Last 10, he's hit this a bunch. If he misses short, which we're okay with. It's minus 112 for him. It's minus 110 for him. I'm taking both these plays. Next. Okay, moving on to Denver and Dallas. And currently we're showing it as Dallas 1.5 to 225.5. We go to the sheets, look at the numbers. We can see both teams good from three. Dallas defense is good. Denver's 3-point defense is not good. So everything else is kind of chill. So you could take Dallas at home 1.5, but I don't want to bet against Denver because they're just a winning ass team no matter who's in the game. So we go to the lineups. Let me show you. Apparently Watson has been balling out, and I'm like, really? Has he been balling out that much? Because somebody pointed out yesterday in one of the chat, the Patreon chat, and I was like, really balling out? So I went and took a look at it. Yeah, I'd say he's been balling out. He's been doing quite well. New Orleans, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Boston, Philly. Yeah, he's doing pretty good, I'd say. You go last 10, you see he's an upward trajectory. Good stuff going against Dallas, whose defense is second in threes, but 12th. I mean, he's 29.5 PRA. He does a little bit of everything, which is what you want to see. I'm down. I'll take a flyer. I'll try it out. So Watson over 29.5 PRA. Let's see what happens in this one. So we're going to go with that. It's 106, 107 for me. So 107, I'm down for that. I'm taking that. Anything else on here would be like maybe Jamal Murray for points. I'll show that one to you. You could, but he's too close to his line usually. And it's like, okay, cool. I'm going Watson. We're going to take that. Somebody new, right? Let's try it out. Next. Our game 6 is New York and Sacramento. It is currently looking like New York is 10.5 on the road. Cool, 229.5. We go to the numbers. They're leaning Sacramento, but you ain't going to get me again. They've won 2 in a row. You're not going to get me again. Not going to happen. Sorry. That leans Sacramento big time. That Sacramento push. It's, if I go strictly by the sheets, I should be taking Sacramento at home, plus 10.5. Am I going to do that? No, not going to do that. So we go to lineups. You can see both teams are healthy. You can see it looks like all the peoples are there, except for Mr. Exploded Ruptured Volcanic Knee. And then Schroeder's on suspension still, looks like. So, and Murray's out with ankle sprain. So they have injuries. Knicks don't. And I just don't want to do this. So here are the props. If you want to take any of the props, I did not go through these because I don't want nothing to do with this damn game. So yeah, nope. Have fun if you're going to take any of these. I'm moving on to the last game. Next. Our last game is Washington and the Clippers. You can't see it. Let me make sure you can see it. Currently, it is Clippers 12.5. Clippers are talking about a turnaround. Wow. 12.5, 225.5. We go to the sheets. We look at the numbers. Clippers are balling out. Washington is not. Clippers by spot wouldn't make sense. But this right here is concerning. Look at the injuries. Kawhi is banged up, Zubac's banged up, and the issues with them two is going to be ankle sprain. That ain't good. Washington squad's there, except for Trae Young. He's still nursing the quad bruise, so he'll play eventually. So Harden can only do so much, probably, right? And I'm sure his line has been so yeeted to a number we don't want to mess with. So, and we go to props. We ain't got no damn props. Somebody stole the props. So, John Collins for threes, don't think so. If you want to take Bub Carrington or John Collins, be my guest. I am not. We're done with NBA. We took a handful of double dips. We took 3 double dips and then Watson. Not bad. 7 plays. We'll see what happens today. Let's move on to college hoops. Bouncing over to college hoops now. We have the sheets. If you want all of these sheets, go to Better Bay. You can get those right there. There are 61 games. I'm going to fly through these because I've already went through all these once, and I know who I'm taking. I'm taking 9 plays. It's simple as that. So if I'm not taking it, I'll show you real quick. You're going to see every sheet regardless. So like Rhode Island, BCU, it's a pass. No chance. Not doing it. So Holy Cross Army, it's a pass. You can take it if you want, but if you want to bet on that 3-point, good luck. About that defense, these defensive numbers, good luck. You're going to need it. Boston, thought about Boston for a second, but I just can't get off that defense. That defense is way too bad. So same thing with Wofford. The Wofford defense is not good from 3. Their offense is good from 3, but I just, no. They're both small spreads at home, but I don't trust them. So why? I mean, no, not a chance. Western Carolina, ETSU. This is the first play I took. ETSU, look at the numbers. See the numbers versus these numbers? Clearly, that's a better team statistically in the last 5 games. Give me ETSU on the road at the 5-10 Western Carolina at -7.5 or +100. Good stuff. Moving on. Purdue, Iowa, big matchup, big game. Bad defense. Can't trust that. I don't know who's going to win this game. Not a chance, so I left it alone. Um, from Purdue, we will go to, did we do this one? High Point. High Point is a 1.5 point favorite. That's it at Winthrop today. So 8-game winning streak, 16-3 versus 11-8. They're playing amazing. They're shooting great. They're winning their games by 30 points on average. Give me the team winning by 30 in the last 5 on average with a 1.5 point spread every time for -108. Definitely. So let's see. Xavier versus Butler. That is disgusting. Remember when these two teams were like really good, not just 10-6 and 10-7? I remember. So no, not good at all. Georgia and Ole Miss, absolutely nothing here for us. We go let's see, Indiana State, Illinois State. Those two cancel out. The rest of it's a no for me. Oh, St. Joe's and St. Bonaventure, not good stall either. And we got Richmond and LaSalle. LaSalle needs to just go start whatever season's next for them because they need to figure out something. That's a lot of damn red, guys. That's a lot of damn red. So same for Richmond. At least you can hit some threes. But outside of that, y'all just that game might be funny to watch. Just saying, it might be funny. Let's go from there. From Richmond, we're going to George Washington versus Davidson. This, as you could tell, is a little heavy. George Washington. Yeah, I'm taking it. George Washington, 11.5 plus 104. Good stuff indeed. From there, from G Dubs, we're going to did I do Richmond? No, yeah, that's right. That's the one we're laughing at. South Florida and ECU. Clearly, there's a lean one way in this one. Statistically, that's going to be South Florida. They are an 18.5 point favorite. I am taking that one for sure. Welcome to the list. Moving on from South Florida, we move over to where do we want to go next? Charlotte and Tulsa. Thought about it over. Don't like the pace being like that. Don't want to take it. Left it there. So from there, we go Cincinnati versus Colorado. Nothing stood out in this one. From there, we go to Charleston Southern SC Upstate. Thought about this, but their defense is actually decent. So no, thanks. I'm good there. Presbyterian, you can see what they got. Nothing for us. Gardner Webb. I thought about Radford. Did I even look at Radford? Hold up. What is Radford spread? I don't remember now. Hold up. I did this pretty quick. So Radford's 13.5 on the road. They're 10-8, but they're 2-4 on the road, and their numbers plummet when they on the road too. They're shooting so much worse on the road. No, this sounds like one of them trap games. The 2-16 team gets to win for some reason. I don't know why. We're leaving that alone. You can take it if you want to, but Ryder versus Iona. Ryder, no. Iona, same situation. Iona was what was Iona? Iona, that's not the right one. Iona's a 7.5 point favorite. I thought about it, but the defense is actually the only thing they got good from 3. Other than that, nothing really stood out for me. I left it alone. I know, crazy, right? Crazy thoughts. Hey, whatever. So, from there, we had, let's see, Georgia Tech versus Pitt. Pretty close matchup. Everything, there's nothing really standing out. From there, we had, let's see, we did that one, Quinnipiac and St. Peter's. Thought about it under, but the total was too low for this one. So, we'll see. We do Georgia Tech? Yeah, we did Georgia Tech Pitt. We did Loyola Maryland versus Colgate Toothpaste. Nothing stood out in the toothpaste game. Siena versus Sacred Heart. Again, nothing stood out. Ooh, Canisius versus Niagara. Thought about Niagara for a minute, but I ain't betting on no damn 4-12 team. You lost your mind. I ain't doing that. Unless they're like, yeah, I'm not doing it. Sorry. Can't do it. Fairfield Hotel Inn and Suites versus Manhattan. Nope, not doing that one. Samford versus Furman. Thought about this one. Thought about it for the defensive purposes, but again, the number was too low to take an under. Marshall versus Coastal. Thought about Marshall. Thought about it. Yeah, just didn't just I don't know. I thought against it, so we left it there. You could take Marshall, but I'll let it alone. T. Roy versus Southern Miss. Nothing for me there. Let's see. We're scrolling down now. How far? Where's we at now? We're at Missouri. Okay, Missouri and Auburn. Auburn's having a rough season, aren't they? No, no. After Auburn's last game, I think it was last game or the game that got screwed basically, which helped me out because I had A&M. I got paid, but I think they might have got screwed too. Hey, whatever. But hey, win's a win, right? Exactly. So no thanks. Ain't doing it. LSU and Kentucky. No chance I would touch that. Everything's too colorful. Nothing there for us. Let me sip on something. All right, back to it. So from there, we got Kennesaw versus FIU. That was a no for me. Where's my next winner? The one I'm taking. It's going to be way down yonder. Okay. It's going to be Jack State versus Sam Houston. Again, nothing stood out. From there, Bucknell versus Lafayette. Again, clearly nothing stood out in this bad boy. That game is disgusting right there. That is nasty. Tulane versus UAB. Thought about it for a second, but then I was like, no. The pace first. I don't know who's going to control the pace. That's going to be weird. That's a weird game. So no. We did West Kentucky versus Missouri State. We did not. Yeah, nope, didn't do that one. Nothing stood out that one. Let's see, La Tech versus MTSU. Thought about MTSU, thought about it for a second, and then decided against it because the defense is actually matching up nicely there. That doesn't help us out at all. So no. From there, we went to Wyoming versus San Diego State. I took San Diego State, absolutely. -2.5 or +105 for these numbers at these numbers. Yeah, give me that. Sorry. I don't care. Yeah. Wyoming's not playing that well. They're just not doing it. So give me that for sure. Salukis versus Drake. Drake's not playing great. Salukis aren't much better either. So no thanks. Ew. We got UTSA versus Rice is disgusting. I mean, absolutely filthy of a game. No, thank you at all. Memphis versus Temple. No. Memphis is 7-8. Penny about to get fired. Is he about to get fired? Oh, they played a tough schedule. Don't give a damn. You're Memphis. Memphis is supposed to be one of the dogs. No, that ain't a thing. That ain't a thing no more. So sad times. K-State versus UCF. I almost took the over in this one. It's 170, I believe, and they were combining for 170. So it's at the top of the range. So if you want to take it, because I was looking at the pace and I was like, ooh, maybe the over, and I slide against it. So no. What else we got on there? North Dakota State versus South Dakota State. Rivalry game? No thanks. I'm good on rivalry games. Like true rivals, like that's no. That's not a thing I want to mess with. Where are we at? Texas State versus Louisiana. Boring. Nothing for us. Northwestern versus Illinois. Illinois on the road, -8.5 at a Northwestern team that's struggling to even shoot threes or make twos or play defense, and they're shooting like that and playing amazing defense. Yeah, give me Illinois -8.5 in Evanston. Absolutely. I'll take that. Sure thing. From there, we got Texas State. Where did Texas State? That one. We did Arkansas, South Carolina. Lean South Carolina for a minute, but something told me not to pull the trigger. I left it alone. So no. I did, however, take the Vandy, Texas over. I did take the over here. Both top 24 scoring. Totals like 166 right now, and they're combining for 181 over here on points, but they're giving up 150. So I'm hoping the pace and everything. We're leaning more towards, hey, pace, offense, let's go. Defense from two's not the best, so hopefully you get some shots up and in. I'm taking that. I only have one play left. I'm going to roll through the rest of these. So where are we at now? We did that one. Penn State, UCLA. You could take UCLA if you wanted to. I left it alone. Let's see. Where's my last play? There it is. So we did Texas, Stanford, North Carolina, UNC for a 14th ranked team. Numbers aren't bad. Stanford's offense is but their defense is good enough to maybe make it a weird game. So no thanks. Not doing it. Pepperdine versus Portland is a joke of a game. We ain't got time for that nonsense. SMU versus Virginia Tech. Thought about SMU. Thought real hard about SMU. I left it alone because their defense annoys me. So no, I'm gonna leave it alone. And Virginia Tech's 13-4, balling out. Even though their numbers aren't good, they're balling out. Denver versus Oral Roberts is the same damn team. Nothing stands out. Utah State is my last play. Obviously, you see the numbers for them. They're balling out. I got them at home by 13.5 with a -110. So I'm taking that for sure. A few more games. Santa Clara versus Pacific, I passed on. And Oregon State, Marymount, I passed on, clearly. And Arizona State, it's a rivalry game. I don't give a damn what the numbers say. Arizona State can't hit the three to save their life. They're the worst team in the country. But guess what? It's a rivalry game. No. And Arizona's favored like 21.5 or something like that. Something ridiculous. Yeah, 21.5. No shot. No chance. I'm not. No. No. This would be one of the weird ones that gets 3 points left with 4 minutes in the game. Not a chance. Washington versus Michigan. I can't trust Michigan right now. Michigan on the road. I thought Michigan on the road was bad. Michigan at home, no, I can't. No, they're struggling. So these numbers are going to skew already. Look, the 3-point line's already skewed. Once we hit 5 games, these numbers are going to look terrible. So I just know they are. We've watched them, and Michigan's, I'm tired of them taking my money. So no thanks, Michigan. I'm good. I'm not trying to give all the profits from the first like 12 games back. That's what's happening. So no. Cal versus Duke. Duke can't play defense. what is happening in the sport right now. So they're number 6, 15-1, but their defense is atrocious. If Cal could put any points up, I'd be taking it over, but nope. And lastly, BYU versus TCU. I left it alone because, yeah, it's at home. They can do this, but TCU's not a bad team. That's it. I got 9 plays. That's it for college. Rapid fire succession. There we go. Tomorrow, let's talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. We have kind of a short slate in college. Not bad. Nothing crazy on there. Looks like all the small schools again. I don't think I saw a single ranked team on here. I did not. Okay, so let's look at the NBA slate for tomorrow. Thursday, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 games on the slate. And then NHL is a bigger slate tomorrow, right? It is, yes, back to a nice traditional slate of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 games. So I'll be back tomorrow. I appreciate being here. Subscribe. Go check out Better Bay right there. If you want the spreadsheets, you want the typed out list of plays, or you just want to go join the chat, chat it up with me and the rest of the chat. So that's it. Appreciate you. See you tomorrow. Peace.